The Bold and the Beautiful. Douglas creates a rift between Liam and Hope. Welcome to USA 24, my dream channel. On The Bold and the Beautiful, tragedy has adopted Hope as her favorite child. A new obstacle appears in her path every few days, and she is unable to overcome any of them. She first lost custody of her son to Douglas, followed by the success of her jewelry brand. Her entire career is now in jeopardy, and Thomas Forrester is the only person who can keep her from losing her professional footing. He was the one who made her lose custody of Douglas. In actuality, it is the man himself who is to blame for the most of her issues. In order to save her line at Forrester Fashion, Hope has made the decision to look past all of that and rehire him. Will Douglas, however, be able to distinguish between his parents' personal and professional lives? Or will he see this as a chance to leave Liam out and bring them together? Hope dumps Liam and rehires Thomas. In The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope had to make some extremely difficult choices. The difficult decision of whether or not to pardon Thomas, the Forrester black sheep, and rehire him, or allow her AFTF to fail, was put to the test. Hope gave the jewelry line a lot of thought before deciding that it was definitely worth saving because so much effort had gone into it. But she didn't make things simple for Thomas. She had predetermined requirements for him. He complied when she made it plain that he needed to apologize to Brooke for what he had done. After that, Hope hired him again to design jewelry for her business. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. Even if she made a great professional choice for The Bold and the Beautiful, the same cannot be said about her private life. When Liam learned about it, he was furious. With what Thomas has accomplished thus far, this is how anyone would anticipate him to be. In fact, his response was so stern and furious that it actually brought Hope to tears. We now ponder whether there were tears in addition to the tears. We refer to the tears in their connection. More than his affection for Hope's career goals is Liam's hate homies. His attitude in the prior episode of The Bold and the Beautiful made that obvious. Will Hope be able to persuade Liam to focus on her in the line rather than Thomas? Will Douglas, her son, be able to do the same too? Or are we about to witness him into a frenzy of parent trapping? In The Bold and the Beautiful, Douglas separates Liam and Hope in an effort to reunite Hope and Thomas. Hope's choice to rehire Thomas on The Bold and the Beautiful has Liam at his wit's end. In all honesty, I don't think Hope likes her choice all that much either. But the alternative to that was watching Hope for the future float away. And Hope opted for the first option, possibly the least of the two evils. One guy, though, is incredibly pleased with this turn of events. Douglas, son of Hope and Thomas, is the one and only. The young child was conflicted about having to pick between his parents, but since he didn't want to upset either of them, he ultimately opted to go with Steffi. But his hopes for a cohesive family are revived now that he can see them both working together as previously. It's not like Douglas on The Bold and the Beautiful wasn't content with his life with Hope and Liam at the cabin. But after living with Thomas, his biological father, he just discovered that he preferred him to Liam, which makes sense for a child. The most recent spoilers hint that Douglas will question Thomas about living and working together with Hope once more in the forthcoming episodes. The little child seemed to be preparing to do to Ridge and Taylor what Thomas did to them. Obviously without the wicked scheming. Yet we can certainly prepare for Douglas to make an effort to widen the gaps that Liam's indignation has created in his marriage to Hope. Do you believe it would ultimately bring Hope and Thomas closer together? Especially if he acts properly. Follow along to find out.